Great. Well, thank you for having me again. I've probably met a lot of you, but I'm Kellie Benner. I'm the Regional Manager for Conservation Volunteers. So as many of you know, I'll skip a lot of the detail, but Rotary partnered with Conservation Volunteers and Wellington City Council a good few years ago to bring the total number of trees planted by Rotary in central Wellington to 100,000. The planting started, I think, in the 60s. Yeah, Richard's nodding. And 55,000 trees have been planted to date, so we've only got 45,000 more to go. We were quite pleased that we got about 9,000 in the ground last year. We weren't sure exactly where that might take us for the next few years, but the reason I'm here is because we have just received a very significant contribution from the Ministry of Primary Industries and the Billion Trees Fund. So they have agreed to fund about $400,000 over the next 3 years, so up to the 2021 Rotary Club of Wellington Centenary celebration. It's quite exciting for us. For my tenure in the role, we haven't had any funding for this project, so it's quite exciting, and it's really brought a whole new lease of life to the project. Wellington City Council are much more excited now to be a part of it. They've put a lot more effort and resources into supporting the project just since we've been able to secure this funding. And yeah, so that means that we are committing to planting 15,000 trees in each of the next 3 planting seasons. So here's a little bit of a map of where we'll be aiming to plant. Excuse me for stepping away, but this is the SPCA, this is the Uridge Hospital site and the playground where we have met for a few of the last planting days. So we'll be planting in a really similar area to last year, although it will be much more accessible for those of you who came along to some of our kind of treacherous planting days last year. Fret not, this year should be a bit easier. And we have a lot more planting sites dotted around the town belt as well. So we're very excited. And we'll need lots of help from Rotarians.
My job. So my job really is to rally that up. So this is pretty impressive. We will reach that target of 100,000 trees, which we set for our centenary. So pretty exciting. And there is the opportunity for further funding as well. So we've got a few planting days up there, which we will publicise, and really do need to ask Rotarians to be along. Otherwise, there'll be about 10 of you planting 4,500 trees each, which the other thing that we need to do, and we've promised the Wellington City Council, is it's not just planting these trees, we actually have to look after them going forward, which is bizarrely called releasing. So there'll also be a lot of focus not on just planting. Believe it or not, it's very easy to get people to come and plant. It's much, much harder to get people to come and release. So with Jeff and myself, we'll be working closely on putting a team together to make sure that that releasing is taken care of, because there's not only a commitment to plant trees for the next 3 years, but to look after them for the following 3. Otherwise the gorse and bramble and grass, etc. get away. So it's very exciting. So what we are looking for is a couple of people to help here. One will be somebody to help on the tree planting days, to be the coordinator. We definitely need some to help, which you'll see there, around the nursery side of it, so help in the nursery, because we've got to bring these trees along, and as I said, that releasing. One of the thoughts there is we may look at allocating a certain block to a group of you, and that'll be your little job to release there. Likewise, we'll talk to scout groups and the like to try and get that to be encouraged. But it's a great initiative. You know, we are talking well in excess of 300,000, fully funded. We've met that commitment. So on behalf of us, Kellie, and the team from Wellington City Council, it's really exciting. Thank you.